Mama always told me I was gonna break hearts. I guess it's her fault. Stupid. Don't be mad at me.
What's good, YouTube? It's Matt. Oh, yeah, no, that's not looking good. Thought I was gonna have curves come on here and come work on it. Obviously not that bold. What's good, YouTube? It's Makaveli here, and I'm obviously back here with another video. Y'all can see from the title of this video, I'm doing something different. This is kind of more of my idea. You guys ask more for like hair videos, entertainment videos. Trust me, more entertainment videos are coming. Just I'm acting a little scared right now. But more of why I wanted to do YouTube was because I wanted to broadcast the whole fashion aspect. All things I like shoes and all that stuff. All while talking about topics not enough people talk about, basically. One thing I do want to say in this video, this first one is probably not going to be like a more on the get ready with me side. This is more going to focus on the topic of self-love. More down the line when I do more get readies with me, then I'll incorporate more fashion and my hair stuff. And where I'm going, I really feel like dressing up for it. So we just gonna put on a simple fit. And yeah, focus is more on the topic than the actual get ready with me. So we're gonna get right into this video. I planned this video a while ago. I went around asking a whole bunch of people, both guys and girls, their definition of self-love. So I'm gonna start off by reading their definition of self-love and kind of putting my input on it. Towards the end, I'll gradually like tell y'all my view on self-love and how to overcome self-love, tips and advice, and that's how we're gonna close the video. So the first person, she says self-love is self-explanatory. Self-love is when you wouldn't put nobody before you and you won't love nobody before you. I mean, I feel like people say they know what self-love is, like everyone has a general idea of it, but it's really deeper than what we think, honestly. I mean, yeah, I can't really argue with that. That's basically the surface of it, but we're gonna go to the next person. Hopefully we can scratch the surface. Next person, and this is interesting. I really wanted to ask guys too, and I had this whole idea where guys weren't like had self-esteem problems or they didn't really struggle with the self-love aspect. But over this past year, when I actually started talking to more people, I actually see like guys do struggle with insecurities and struggle with self-love too. I feel like a lot of people think that too. But anyways, his part is split into two different paragraphs. So I'm going to read the first part, comment and then go back to this part again. I mean the second part. So he said, to love yourself even down to the smallest flaw that you might think is a flaw, which is a good thing to someone else. Embrace your flaws as if it wasn't. Okay, so I can agree with that. Where he said, where you might think it's a flaw, but it's a good thing to others. My whole thing behind this, the flaws thing is, if you can't change it, don't stun it. Don't even worry about it because you're adding more stress to your life. You're just overthinking. I wouldn't even say overthinking. You just, after you overcome it and you actually see like, then you'll be like, wow. Of course, everyone has their insecurities and there might be some that you get over, some that you might not ever get over. But it's the fact that you can embrace those flaws. So I'm gonna give you an example. So one of my, or used to be my insecurity, me being small. Show y'all pictures. When I was younger, I was like stick bone. Like this picture right here is in my freshman year of high school. I was like really small. I hated when I went to the doctor. They'd be like, oh, you're so tiny. Oh, you're so small. All this stuff is just irritating me. For me to just sit and cry over, oh, I'm small, doesn't really make no sense. Now that I'm looking at it, it really don't make no sense. You're just sitting there, you're small, and you're not doing nothing to change it. If you can change it. I'm talking about I used to eat hella food. Like I'm talking about I eat all the time. It was to the point where my mom always asked me, oh, do you need to go to the doctor? That's why I always was sleeping while I was eating. Y'all know how that go. You can definitely tell I changed. Y'all can see the comparison of the two. I like my size now. So I wouldn't really say it was a flaw, but if you're not gonna change it, don't stun it. Like when people be like, oh, I got a big nose, that's a flaw, Yo, I mean, I don't think it's that deep to go into the whole plastic surgery route. But if that's you, do you. I'm not, who am I to ever judge anybody? I know this sounds so cliche, but when you are unique, I feel like that's what makes you more attractive. When you embrace your authenticity. I think I said that right. Authenticity. When you embrace that, that's what makes you more unique. When everyone points out the girls that are naturally beautiful, like, come on, must I say any more? The moral of it all, it's really a whole mindset thing. If you embrace it, you will really care less about what anybody else got to say. Ever. You cannot ever satisfy anybody. When I was skinny, everyone had something to say about me being skinny. Now I gained a little weight. It's in a joking way. People want to say, oh, you're fat. All you do is eat. As long as I'm fine with it, shouldn't matter what nobody else say. As long as you're fine with it, shouldn't matter what nobody else say. Period. So the second part of what he says was, self-love is also just wanting the best for yourself, and don't put yourself in a bad situation that is destined to fall. Okay, so I'm actually glad that he touched on that part. Okay, so we're going to use the whole relationship or the physique thing because that's what people more understand, I guess you could say. Again, I'm using me as an example. I know I am in no position to ever, well, not ever. I am in no position to be in a relationship. As of now, I am not in a relationship. Position to be in a relationship. Man, you can't talk. I am not in a position to be in any relationship. I'm not as selfless as I would need to be in a relationship. I am not as open-minded as I need to be. It's a whole lot of factors that will prevent me from being in a relationship right now. So, just because I feel like it's a social pressure, or just because I see everyone else doing it, that's kind of the same thing. But just because, or this gratification for want to be loved or want to be booed up, whatever you want to call it, outweighs the whole symbolization of relationship, I kind of already put myself in this position to feel it's not just about being booed up. Oh, I'm seeing this person wearing their jersey to a football game, basketball game, soccer game, whatever sport they may play. Most people see that aspect of a relationship where they don't see more of the behind closed doors, where self-love will come in. In my instance, I was like, no, I'm not ready for no relationship. I have to focus on myself. I have to worry about myself, better myself mentally, spiritually, all that, every aspect of my life basically, before I'm ready to do that. I was willing to get to know myself more and, just do everything that I need to do before going into that next step. Because in a relationship, it's not only about you. You have to incorporate you and the other person, and then y'all merge and become one. So I agree with what he says. Okay, so I don't want this video to be too long, but as I'm talking, I'm gonna put like people's definition of self-love, basically, so you guys can read it. If y'all see these gray messages, it's because I DM'd them to myself, and then that way, so I'll make the video, I can see them. To me, I feel like as far as social pressures and social images, if y'all hear some of the music, it's the neighbors outside. But back to what I was saying, self-love is disturbed, I would say, because of social image and the way that society wants us to feel and society wants us to look. Once you understand the principle that everyone is subject to their own opinion, that's a huge step into loving yourself and creating a high self-esteem. This whole thing wrapped around you should look this way and you should look this way, you should dress this way, you're not pretty if your hair's not this way, own this type of designer brand. Hear me out. Back in the day, what was glorified was more on the slim, straight hair, basically more of a European image. But now we have the curves, stretch marks, and natural hair. They're not really, I wouldn't say they're embracing natural hair all the way, because more people lean towards the waviness and curls than coarse hair, and you know what I'm talking about. You see, back then they were glorifying this, and now we're switching like this. It's gonna constantly change. So if you're focusing on what people think, you're gonna keep changing yourself. You are never gonna find yourself. And the key to self-love is first finding yourself, being able to identify yourself. It's okay to think that you have flaws. It's okay to think that you have flaws, but what are you gonna do to embrace them? Or if you're not willing to embrace them, what are you gonna do to change them to become a more happier you? You know, all y'all have heard when someone said the most valuable lessons are taught through pain. That's exactly what it is with self-love. You gotta take that hurt from not being accepted by others and use that. You gotta first embrace it into yourself and then use that to push it to your next level. You can't just sit and tear up over what blind people have said. Just because someone else don't see it in you, don't make you any less valuable. Trust me when I tell you. That person that's meant to see you and the person that is going to deem you valuable, you're going to meet that person in your life. But first, you got to start by being that person. You got to be that person first to love yourself and deem yourself valuable before anyone else can. Because if you don't have that sense of authenticity and that sense of, I don't want to say love, but basically it is. If you don't have a sense of love within yourself, you will always have the dark shadow and that dim light shining on you. But once you fix yourself on the inside first, then you become more vibrant. Basically, the way you see yourself is basically how others gonna see you, for the most part. So basically, that's kind of how, a brief summary, how I feel on self-love. I already feel like this video is gonna be kind of long. Yeah, I feel like this video is already gonna be kind of long. So for the rest of the video, just for the Get Ready With Me part, I'm kind of gonna switch it up and fix my hair a little bit, get dressed, show y'all the little drip. I'm gonna show y'all a quick drip, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. Y'all already know what to do. Must I really say, keep liking this video, keep subscribing. Thank y'all for showing me major love, especially this past week. Y'all been showing me major love. Subscribers have been going up. Thank you guys for the support. And yeah, continue to watch the video.